Hello everyone, Ashlyn Giza YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about alcoholism. The other week, me and my husband were at my mother's house and we were helping her paint her cabinets. We dropped my kids off to their dad's house, and their dad has been sober and hasn't been drinking, and so we thought that was just, okay, because nothing bad has been happening until we got these messages. And so I looked down at my phone to these, and they're kind of blurry because of light, but they say that, hey, mom, dad's drinking. He probably won't wake up for school. I don't want to be here with him like this. And then she put a sad face and said, please answer. Well, it took me about 5 minutes until I realized that she was messaging me that. So then, of course, when I saw it, I just told my husband, go get the kids from my ex. So he went and got the kids from my ex, came back to my mom's house, and then we went home so the kids could go to bed for school. So nonetheless, we had to stay awake basically because um, my husband and I usually don't go to bed till 5 or 6 in the morning just because my husband works nights. So we had to stay up, needless to say, so we could get them to school before my husband had to go to work. So we got no sleep. The children got no sleep because when my daughter messaged me this, it was like already almost midnight. And uh, we had to have a talk with my ex and, you know, make him realize, hey, this is serious, and um, you, although drinking's legal, you don't need to be drinking around the kids. I don't think people realize the effect, the impact that drinking has on children. Um, my daughter and son, they lost sleep. They were sad seeing their dad that way. They didn't know what was going on and they were scared. Um, I had a mother that has alcoholic problems, and I know how that had an impact on me. I know how it had an impact on my brothers and sisters. My sister found my mom at one point in her backyard on her porch back there, almost dead, when it was winter and snowing out, and she was, you know, unconscious. If it wasn't for my sister finding her, she probably would have died or something bad would have happened. Um, but I'm going to have my husband get on and talk to you guys about some stuff that he went through when he was younger. He had a parent, his dad, who was an alcoholic. So, okay.
So, when I was little, my dad, he was a bad alcoholic. He'd be drinking vodka, and he'd kind of get really violent. And I was downstairs in the basement, and my brother, he had boxing gloves, and my dad he was drunk, and then he came downstairs when I was down there. He took the boxing gloves, he threw them at me, he said, put them on. And I was like, what do you mean, put them on? But what are you doing? And he just kept telling me to put them on, and I said, I'm not putting them on. And that's really all I can remember for that. But he also, he would, he would be abusive towards my mom, and he actually fell down like a whole flight of stairs once, and the ambulance had to come over, and they had to put him on a stretcher and strap his arms down because he was getting violent, even with the medics and police and all that. And there's a few times we had to leave the house and go to my uncle's house, because he was getting violent, and my older brother, he was like 6 years older than us, and he would be always be the one that would, kind of protect us from him, because he was bigger than all of us. And one time, he actually he had to break my dad's arm because he was coming at my mom. Um, and I don't know exactly how he broke his arm, but he broke his arm, and all I remember was my dad flying into the entertainment stand, and that's all I remember there. But when he would drink, he'd just be a totally different person. But he's not an alcoholic anymore. Um,
Well, he.
so, well, I mean, he
Sorry, he is, but people call recovering
well, recovering
alcoholics
alcoholic, yeah.
an alcoholic, anyways.
But if he did have one beer right now, he would probably fall back into it. He's been sober for like 15 years now. But even one little drink, he would probably relapse and continue to start drinking again.
How did it affect you as a child?
Um, well, I mean, I seen my mom get pushed around and not treated good.
What feelings did you have?
Well, I mean, at the time, I didn't really exactly know what was going on, but I would see violence and stuff, but
You just didn't realize what was going on at the time,
really.
but you knew it wasn't good.
Yeah, but I do now. So I mean, it's not.
How does it affect you now as an adult?
Um,
Knowing what happened.
I mean,
even though you forgave him, how does it make you feel?
well, I don't like drinking at all.
Or being really around
being
people.
around drunk people. I hate being around drunk people. It's okay. But yeah, other than that.
Sorry guys, our little one is getting crazy. He's getting upset with a
Come
toy right now. So I might have to pause. Yep. Okay, hold on. Okay, sorry. So we had to pause because our little one is starting to get crazy with the phone and toys. So, anyways, yeah, alcohol has a huge impact on children, and if not as a child, then it will impact you as an adult, because you'll look back and you'll know what's going on, and you'll realize what happened, and you won't want to be around people who drink or drink yourself, just like my husband, just because you don't want to be around, alcohol and the troubles that it can bring. It can bring fighting into the situation. It can make people angry. It can cause injuries. It can kill people if someone goes and drives drunk. My ex, who we were talking about at the beginning of the video, he has drove drunk before and hit a parked car, and thank God he's never hit anybody or hurt himself or anybody else or anything like that, or especially our kids. But it has a huge impact. My oldest daughter, she forever will have some trouble with and trust issues and stuff just because of his drinking. So me and my husband are definitely going to take action if this happens again. We're going to take him to court, or DHS will probably get involved, and it won't even be our fault. But me and my husband, we're sober. We don't do any drugs. We don't do any drinking. So we're gonna have to take custody, if things keep going. But it does. It takes a huge impact, because we don't want to have to do that just because my kids, we don't want them to be away from their dad. We don't want a broken family. So that's a little idea for people out there. If you guys have family that has drinking problems, or you're in some kind of situation where the father of your child or the mother of your child drinks all the time, me and my husband know. So if you guys ever need somebody to talk to or reach out to you, you can reach out to us and via YouTube or any social media. Um, but other than that, I will be on with another life topic. Thank you guys for listening.